Right, let's see if I can fit World 8 in this video as well. If I cannot, then I will probably cut it earlier, so this might be a new video or it might not be. I'm not too sure. Watch out for the poison mushroom that's in here. Very tricky jumps. The whole reason why Nintendo decided not to release this game in the West back in '86. It's too hard for Americans and Europeans. Let's not bother them with this game. And that's why we got Doki Doki Panic instead of Super Mario Bros. 2. Our version of Super Mario Bros. 2. Also a game I'm going to play. Not a Mario title at first, but it is now. Thanks to that decision of, no, this game is too hard. Let's give them another game. Let's just recreate one of our older titles and put Mario characters in that and call it a Mario game. Ah, that is just mean. I was ready to jump. And he jumped. Really hate the Hammer Bros starting from World 8. Yeah, this death is deliberate because I want to reset my life count. I'm not going to try this entire world with only one life. Screw that. But as you can see, they did not do that at first, but starting from, I believe it was World 7, the Hammer Bros are starting to use different patterns. Now they're not just throwing their hammers and jumping up themselves, they also start running. In Super Mario Bros. 1, you can't really see it. In this game, you can. You can see why I really hate the Hammer Bros in this original Marios. These guys are very challenging. And I jumped. I don't know if the video can hear it. Usually I am able to hear the buttons I press while I'm playing. But I really jumped when I was on top of that bullet bill. I'm not gonna bother getting these coins in here. I'm not getting a 1-up anyway. There's not enough coins in World 8 for a 1-up. Usually I don't have this much trouble with World 8-1. Normally when I'm speed running, sort of say, because normally I'm just Big Mario. I have a mushroom to spare here, so I can just take the hit and then whenever I'm hit, just keep going, grab a mushroom in the next level. I usually don't care. Making it easier to blaze through this guy, for example. But not having that makes it a little more tricky. Right. And flagpole, thank you. Finally being able to get through this level. Yeah, I'm just a casual speedrunner when it comes to that. I'm not that kind of guy trying to get world records and anything. Just casually going fast. Nothing more than that. So I'm not the kind of guy who's going to say, no, I'm going to skip out on all the mushrooms because it's going to take too long if you grab them. No, I'm just grabbing the mushrooms. So I have the extra hit. And I missed the block. So I need to walk around again. Because this is another level that loops around. We needed to hit the block. And if you miss it, you go here and then you end up back at this part of the level with the trampoline again. This is hard to make, this jump. There we go. Usually I don't miss it. But once again, usually I'm Big Mario at this point, and because Mario is bigger, the jump comes out a little differently. Being small Mario at this point kind of made me misjudge the jump. But anyway, you can see how the looping of levels works. 8-3 is another level I'm not the biggest fan of. When I was younger, this level took me forever to first complete. I'm pretty sure I was jumping on top of you. Why do you hate me, game? It's not like that I hate you. I die a lot here, but... What's wrong with dying a lot? It makes the challenge real. That's why I like this game. This place is littered with invisible blocks containing poison mushrooms. As you can see. The poison mushrooms aren't the problem here, those are easily avoided. However, the invisible blocks make you jump on top of those hammer bros. Also normally not a problem. But as you can see, when they're holding up a hammer, it means you're dead. I'll meet you back up there. Oh yeah, of course, there's also a tactic you can use. Just use the blocks to walk over them. If I only knew where they were. Precisely, I mean. Alright, this is actually an example of 2 blocks you need to use. You can jump on them to reveal where they are. As you can see, this jump is way too high to make normally, so you actually need to jump on top of them if the jump button works. Why does that keep happening? I clearly press the A button and simply just doesn't jump. That's why I don't like these old mechanics. I love these games, but the controls of them, oh my god, sometimes. They're just made to kill you. It never happens to me in Mario Maker. Thank you for jumping. I'm game overing again. No way I'm making this. Don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm a bad player at this. This is just a really hard game, especially the way I'm playing it right now. Not grabbing any power-ups. Don't misjudge my many deaths for this being my fault. This is just a very hard game. Come on. Especially these controls. They're sometimes really painful to deal with. Finally been able to do this level. Not really sure if I'm going to do the final level in one go, because the final level obviously being the hardest by far. And the worst part is if I die here and I have to redo the World 8 again, I have to go past World 8-3 again as well. A level that has proven to kill me a lot. Yeah, this World 8 is kind of the hardest world. There we go. Also one of the things I don't like about the mechanics of these old games, as you can see, if you're not always exactly doing the right thing while making the running start, it simply won't jump at a speed, and your jump is impossible to make in some cases. Alright, I'll see if I can get back to World 8-4 with a little more lives, a little more skill, because obviously hard level requires a lot of skill. Alright, let's try this again. This is the level that always gets me. Even when I'm doing my speedruns, this is where I always fail. This is a level that's recommended to play as Small Mario anyway. Even if you're not doing a no power-up run, because some of the jumps here are very tight spaces. And being Big Mario is asking to be killed, because Big Mario has a lot more issues getting in some of these tight spaces than the Small Mario has. So I usually get, hit anyway in 8-3, so I usually lose my mushroom there anyway. But like in the original game, this is a level that consists out of multiple rooms. As you can see, the previous jump I made was one of those examples of when you're Big Mario, you're dead there. There's no way you can fit through a 3-space hole when you're 2 spaces tall yourself. Right. This is another choose the correct route. You can't really see it, but if you don't go the bottom path using the elevator, this area would loop around. Only if you go through the bottom path, this will happen. Alright, final room. And we get Bowser immediately. But don't think that's it. This castle actually has 2 Bowsers. There's still a little more level after this, as you can see. It's not too much. Here is Bowser, the real one. And for some weird reason, he's not as hard as the Bowser in 7-4. This is actually one of the easier ones. As you can see, I do it in my first go. And we win. Princess is saved. Or like this game says, peace is paved. Peace is paved. With kingdom saved. Hooray to Mario, our only hero. This ends your trip of a long friendship. 100,000 points added for each player left. Not that it really matters. I have 3, I think. Because the score doesn't really do too much in this game. Well, it was a very hard journey, but I've been able to do it. Grabbing not a single power-up at all. Not even 1-ups. I didn't even see any 1-ups. I know some places where they were, but just wasn't able to get them. We've gotten it finally. It did take a couple of game overs, quite a lot actually, but I didn't expect anything less from this game. This is a very hard game, especially with the finicky controls it has. However, don't think this is it. There is a World 9. But we get 1 game for it. 1 game meaning 1 life for it. Anyway, I'm going to take a small break. I'm going to cut that out, of course. But I'm going to continue with World 9 because this is obviously going in the same video as this one. So there's going to be a small cut here, so don't worry. Alright, I'm back. Let's continue. That recording session was going on a little more long than I anticipated, so there were some other things that need to happen. Real life continues, guys, even when playing video games. Some things are important to do, but I'm back. Not for you guys, because it's going to be as if nothing happened. In any case, World 9 consists out of these water levels, which are designed as if they were normal levels, as you can see. Because this might as well have been a normal level. But we can swim. You can't even recognize the water in it. It's just air we're swimming through. We need to be careful because no matter how many lives you had at the end, we've given them all to the princess for our 100,000 points. We have to do this with 1 life. And just like any normal world, there's 4 levels in it, so... The first one complete. The second one... They're not excessively hard. It's not like this is... hey, you've cleared the game, here's a bonus, here's an extra hard challenge for you. These are just little weird levels. Once again, another underwater level. Which doesn't really feel like another underwater level. Let's get over this Lakitu. And he disappears. Thankfully. Careful for the piranha plants here. Let's grab some coins. Not that it really matters, because we're not getting a 1-up anyway in here. And World 9-2 complete. 2 more levels and our first journey is over. Yes, I said first journey. And for a reason. We're going into a outside castle now, no longer a water level. This level has always confused me a lot. Might as well take this up. There's a beanstalk here. I haven't shown off any of these, but throughout the game there are many of these finds that take you up to an upper bonus area. Where you can grab some extra loot. Not too much. Just jump down. It's not a death pit when you're in a bonus. Right. If you go over there, you'll find a Bowser, but that Bowser's really hard to avoid. So what I'm going to do is go over the top of the level. As you can see, we're not missing out too much. Just this Bowser, and look at these platforms. How are you supposed to get past this guy, normally? And since I only have 1 life... Yeah, I'm cheesing this. The game gives you the option to do it like that, so I'm going to use it. Might as well. Final level in the game. In the first journey, that is. Another underwater level. This looks like an underground level, but once again it's swimming. And we get a little message from Nintendo. Thank you for playing, or you are a wonderful player, you know the stuff. It's written in Japanese, of course. If you can recognize these characters, good for you. I almost died because of the stupid Podoboo. Oh my lord. My heart skipped a beat over there. Because I believe in this World 9, if you die here with your 1 life, you don't get to do it over again. It's just whenever you clear the entire game without warping, clearing all worlds, then you get to do this. But if you lose this, you get thrown back to the main menu, so you have to do the entire game over again if you want to get a chance for these levels. I'm not too sure if that's true. Hopefully not, but if it's the case, I was really lucky there. Anyway, I did it. And once you do beat it, you loop back to World 9.1. You keep in this loop. There's no ending to it. Let's see what happens. I kill myself. You are a super player. We hope we'll see you again. Mario and staff. Yeah, it does not give you an option of continue, so I believe I was correct. If you die in World 9, you have to do everything over again. If you want to complete it fully. Well, I did complete it. And we're thrown back to the main menu. Well, this is going to end this video anyway. If it's part 2, I can't imagine it being part 2 because it took quite long. And I'm going to keep in most of the bloopers of me failing and the game overing. But this is not it. Next time I'm going to continue with this game because there is more. And as you can see on the top of my screen, there are 8 stars now. There used to be 7. There are now 8. And whenever you have 8 stars, stars meaning you have beaten the game X number of times. If you have 1 star, you've beaten it once. If you have beaten it 8 times, you get 8 stars. And having beaten this game 8 times actually gives you something extra. But that's for next time. Right now I'm ending it. This is probably going up tomorrow. If this is the same weekend. If it's still the first weekend this project went up, it's going to be next week. I'm not too sure about it right now. You probably know because you see when the video goes up. But I'll see you next time, whether it's next week or tomorrow. Even though we've beaten the final boss, we're not done yet with this game. Treecks out.